It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, and so is the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. We're bringing you the Los Angeles Lakers out at Staples Center as they'll face off against the Boston Celtics. Well, for Boston, they're off to a better start than last season, and that certainly bodes well. Always some changes from season to season, but they're going in the right direction. This team has so many weapons late in games, but perhaps the biggest of them all is Kyrie Irving. Shaq, do you view Kyrie as the most clutch player in the NBA right now?
I wouldn't say the most clutch, Ernie, but his biggest shot was his three in the 2016 finals. I think it cemented him as one of the most clutch players we have, but not the most.
Not the most, but it's too early in his career, but he is clutch. You give him the ball, he makes things happen. And not only with his shot making, Ernie, his passing ability at now is increased. So he makes great passes and clutch shots.
The game is about ready to tip off. Let's send you to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, our Hall of Fame sideline reporter David Aldridge. And a special treat here tonight. Joining us courtside is five-time NBA champion Kobe Bryant. Kobe, great to see you. Thanks for joining us.
I appreciate it, man. It's always a pleasure to stop by and help out.
We're going to have a lot of fun tonight.
I'm sure.
So for the Celtics, their last game, a win against the Magic in Orlando. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
And how about the points they put up? I mean, they were aggressive. In fact, at times overwhelming.
Hey, I agree with you there. I mean, they were in a really nice flow, Greg. Seemed like they couldn't miss.
Some say, Kobe, that the shooting guard crop in the NBA right now, a little light in terms of depth, not quite as many top two guards as we used to see play the game. Who do you like among some of the two guards you see now in the NBA?
Well, it depends who we're considering the two guard.
Right,
now,
because they
the
just
ones,
blend,
twos,
don't they?
the threes, they all just blend.
Combo guards are playing some forward position. It's tough, isn't it?
Yeah. So, shooting guards to me are guards that have to do everything. You have to be able to play the post. You have to be able to play the perimeter. You have to be able to play the point. You have to do everything. So I'll put Russell Westbrook in that category. I'll put James Harden in that category. I'll put Kawhi Leonard in that category. There's a lot of players I'm forgetting. Even Giannis, I would say, is a two guard because of what he does.
Yes.
So there's a lot of talented guards out there.
Did you like the ball in your hand, bringing it up, or would you have rather someone else bring it up, then get it to you in the half court, and then do what you did?
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm jealous about Michael, because Michael didn't have to do that. He had Pippen.
Yes, right. Who always brought it up.
Yeah,
yes,
so he could focus on coming off the screens and catching and shooting. He didn't have to think about facilitating first. He could think about scoring and then passing out of double teams.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Irving and Brown pair at the 1 and the 2. Horford is out there with Tatum, and it's Baines in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Ingram, following the miss by Al Horford. Lopez left side. Whistle on the play, bucket's good, he'll go to the line.
Used all 7 feet and about a third of a ton to get that one up and down.
And Kobe, you talked about coming off screen. Some guys come off a screen and kind of just lollygag. You came off and you pass the ball and then get back at it again. Yeah.
Efficient.
Explode off those
the
screens.
Angles, right?
Yes.
You got to be able to read those things. And when you're catching, you're in attack mode all the time. Because then it's demoralizing to the defense.
I'm sure it is.
You're always on.
Yeah.
You're always looking. You're always checking. You're always in fear that he's going to attack. So, yeah, we always try to keep our foot in the gas.
Always.
Our foot in the throat.
Yeah. That's good from Brook Lopez.
Up around 80% for his career. Lopez more than comfortable earning his points at the charity stripe.
Smart kicks to Tatum. They set the screen. Pass to Rozier. 6 on the shot clock. Picked by Horford. Steps back and fires. And it's good off the back rim and in. Rozier's got his first points of the night.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Lopez, true on the 14-footer.
And, you know, Lopez is very much a real threat to drop one in from that range. I mean, he's an excellent shooter for his size.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Lakers lead by 3. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Yeah, and, you know, that cohesion is really impressive, Greg. I mean, they know how to get each other going and feed off of each other, and that's crucial.
Here's Los Angeles now. 3-point lead. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And, you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Hart. Then it's Julius Randle. Then there's Brewer. And it's Bogut and at the 5 spot. Horford with the screen on Bogut. 4 on the clock. And the basket by Rozier.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Hey, Kobe, thanks so much for stopping by and having some fun with us tonight on the broadcast. Hope we can do it again real soon.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for having me.
Kobe Bryant. And Clark, you've been broadcasting for the entire span of Kobe's playing career. How is it to share a booth with someone who you've watched progress throughout their entire career?
Well, it certainly reminds me that I'm moving into that last block on the demographic charts. I'm in the early third quarter, if you will, that's for sure. But it's a treat because it's wonderful to see how he grew as a player and as a man, and much respect for Kobe Bryant because he's a first ballot Hall of Famer and doing great things off the court, too.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Jaylen Brown comes in for Tatum. And Irving subbed in for Terry Rozier. Irving for 3. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Irving's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
I love the three-point shooting of Irving. Excellent at dialing it in from deep, and you've got to respect his range.
To the inside. And again, it's Andrew Bogut.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Outside Irving. Fires for 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And, you know, Kevin, they count on him to provide offense, and he knows how to fill it up.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Welcome, everybody, to the Halftime Show. I'm Ernie Johnson. The guy nodding over here is Kenny the Jet Smith. And the guy doing that is Shaquille O'Neal. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, they showed a lot of discipline on offense, called some high percentage plays. Even when the defense devised different looks, they always seem to have the answer. That's good coaching.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
Well, they had a hard time scoring inside. In fact, their offense was run almost exclusively along the perimeter. A lot of jumpers. It's too predictable. You got to mix it up.
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the second half.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Nice game. Great performance by Brook Lopez.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
And, you know, Greg, I like how they've set the pace. There's a lot of time left in this one, so there's no rush. You don't have to go 70 miles an hour. Keep it at about 45.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters. The Lakers in the lead.
And really no other way to put it but the Lakers with that dramatic front office change last season around that deadline and new big name leadership. And the hope is that they can escape from what's been an awfully rocky patch here of Lakers history.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Irving and Brown pair at the 1 and the 2. Aaron Baines out there with Horford, and it's Tatum in at the 3. Picked by Horford. For the tie, and play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
Yeah, but at least he's getting after it on the backboard, but got a little carried away on that one.
Well, he knew he was going to get called for that one. I mean, that was simple. You can't use the guy in front of you as a stepping stool.
Caldwell Pope passes to Ingram. Back to Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 6. Banked in off the glass. Caldwell Pope's got the lead up to 5 now for the Lakers. And the turmoil for the Lakers up top has certainly been fodder for the newspapers in Southern California.
Yeah, border takeover attempts, infighting, court battles. I mean, this has been a soap opera. But one thing is certain, in order to be successful as a franchise, you need everybody on the same page.
Lopez, a screen on Irving. Lopez, a screen. And the pass to Kuzma. No good with the triple.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Caldwell Pope against Brown. Lopez a screen. There's the screen. Here's Ball. Hands it from downtown.
You know, Ball, despite the quirkiness of the shot, he does have a quick release, so you got to know he's a threat to score whenever he has it in his hand.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Lakers lead by 4. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Celtics trail by 4. The lengthy pair of KCP and Ingram on the wing. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Kuzma in at the 4 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Caldwell Pope kicks to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
Big 7-footer rumbling into the lane.
So it's Boston now. Here's Rozier. The feed now to Brown. The dish now to Morris. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Great move to get to the rim. I think they're going to take the aggressive approach down the stretch.
And, Greg, you know that's never a bad idea to be the aggressor. I mean, what a ball game we've got going on here, guys.
Here's Lopez. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. Celtics making a switch here. Baines is checked in. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Celtics trail by 5. Rozier the pass to Bryant. Kicks it to Smart. On the wing, Kuzma pulls it in.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
Not completely over, but it's getting close.
Yeah, this one is ready to be put on ice. Not a whole lot they can do from here.
Picked by Horford. Here's Brown. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. His first shot coming late, and Ingram the bucket on the assist by Lopez. And now it's a 9-point Laker lead. Now a timeout called by Boston. They're behind by 9. 34 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
And you know what? They're not ready to give up yet. They'll try to intentionally foul if they can get a quick hoop.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's what they're talking about, Greg. I mean, it's their only chance. And even if it's a long shot, it is a chance.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Brook Lopez.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. 34 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Morris. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
An efficient scorer inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Picked by Randall. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth. Bogut sets a screen for Clarkson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. The putback. That's good.
And nobody puts a body on Bogut, and then he makes them pay the price.
And so the Lakers take the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Andrew, we know that you are a defensive presence in the paint, but how do you find balance to also contribute offensively?
Just attack the rim. I think there's a couple of opportunities where I had a chance to attack the rim and get closer to the basket on my post move. So I'm working on it. There's always room to improve.
Well, congratulations on the win, Andrew. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.